I let strangers read a section of my book before it's published. They let me have it, and I love them for it. Because no matter our level of expertise, status in the hierarchy, etc., we always benefit from hearing good, honest feedback, right? Based on this feedback, though, I do have a follow-up question for y'all that nobody's really been able to answer for me, but is really critical for getting this across. So I researched the unwritten rules of work for the working class, neurodivergence, and intersections of race and gender. I'm about to release a book this fall on what all those unwritten rules are, and I'm making recommendations for people leaders, HR, and staff. It's about all those things at your job that aren't in your job description but are expected. It was very clear the chapter I released was a draft, and I asked for feedback. What I've gathered so far is y'all like that it's all research based. You know, I'm not blowing smoke. You found the case study examples of real businesses using these rules interesting and surprising. And you love that I wasn't afraid to get into the messy details that a lot of people skip over. However, some of y'all fairly pointed out that some of it sounded a little too academic. And this is what I'm seeking some help with. Everything I tell you is going to be research based. And if it's not, I'll tell you this is just my opinion. But if you see the chapter, you see all the footnotes. You know that I've been digging. That's why each chapter takes a little while to make. And I don't want to change that in my brand. I don't advise people based on blowing smoke, but I do want it to be a conversational, easy read. So what's the sweet spot for you? If you're in an organization, whether you're an employee, work in HR, a leader, what strikes the right note for you of I know this is legit versus, oh my God, I don't need to know the P values?